Alright guys, today is going to be a bit of a long video because I am going to be assisting, not actually making it myself. I'm going to assist today. I'm going to help my husband make a spiral ham. We're going to put it on the smoker, and we're also going to make a maple bourbon glaze to put on top of it. We have a lot to do today, so I better get going and start cooking. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is slice the ham, or spiral it, I guess. So we made the mistake of buying a ham that was not already sliced. It would have been way easier to buy a spiral ham because then it would have been sliced perfectly. Really thin slices, but anyway, we didn't. Next time we will. So my husband is doing his very best at carving up the ham and slicing it before we season it. For the seasoning, my husband's going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, not packed, into a bowl, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 2 teaspoons of salt. He's going to whisk that all together and just make sure there's no clumps because of the brown sugar. It tends to get a little clumpy. And then he's going to take the mixture and put it into a shaker. If you don't have a shaker, that's fine. You'll just have to use your hands and sprinkle it on and pat it on to the ham. Alright, so before you put the seasoning on your ham, you got to put a binding agent on it. So we use mustard. We also sometimes use QP, which is Japanese mayo, or just regular mayo. So spread it all over your ham. Make sure you get it in between each of the layers of ham, your slices. Then add your seasoning and put lots of it on. And when you think you have enough, add some more. Keep patting it all down, and then once it's fully coated in your seasoning, you're ready to put it on the smoker. So first thing you should do is make sure you have enough pellets in your smoker so that you don't run out. Then you're gonna heat up your smoker to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can let your smoker preheat. We don't always let it preheat. My husband gets very excited about using the smoker, so he puts the ham on as it's preheating, just so that it gets those extra blasts of smoke, I guess. I don't think it matters either way, but anyway, when you get your ham on there, you have to put your probe in so that you know what the internal temperature is, and once it reaches the internal temperature, then you know it's cooked. Although the ham is pre-cooked. Anyway, so the probe should be set to, I think it was 140 degrees that we had it programmed to. So as it's cooking, we have a little mixture of apple juice and apple cider vinegar in a bottle, and we just keep spraying it roughly every 45 minutes, every hour while it's cooking, or while it's smoking, and this will help give it a crispy outside edge. So as we were about to start making the glaze for the ham, my husband got a little bit distracted. We had a lot of people in the kitchen while we were trying to make this. And he started to make the glaze. He didn't measure anything and didn't tell me what he put in it. I knew what he put in it, but not measurement-wise. And then his birthday gift was being delivered, so he left the kitchen and he just told me to add whatever I need to and just make it good. So I can at least tell you what is in the glaze. I cannot tell you the exact measurements, so these are only approximate, okay? You'll have to adjust it and taste it as you're making it to see how it turns out for you. So what we did use in our glaze is some of the rub that was on top of the ham that we patted the ham with before we put it on the smoker. We added apple juice, bourbon, maple syrup, mustard, brown sugar, maple sugar, apple cider vinegar, and then I let that all cook down. I kept stirring it and cooking down and hoping that it would thicken up. Unfortunately, it didn't really thicken the way I had hoped, or I was also a little impatient and didn't want to let it just keep sitting there because we needed to use it. So because I was getting a little bit impatient waiting for this to boil down and thicken, I added a bit of cornstarch to it just to quicken the process. It didn't change the taste or anything, it just thickened our glaze a little faster. Now that the glaze is ready, my husband's gonna brush it onto the ham all the way around and in between the slices a little bit. We're gonna let it sit on the smoker for about another 20 minutes, brush some more glaze on. I think he did this about 3 times, and that was more than enough. All right, so that's it. It's all done. It did take about 5 hours for the entire process, but it is so worth it. This turned out amazing. So it's sticky and it's sweet, but it still has a nice crispy outside skin on it, and it's amazing. So now it has to sit and rest for 20 minutes or so, and then it'll be ready to be sliced up. So after about 20 minutes of sitting here and resting, the ham's ready to be sliced up. So we weren't sure how we were going to cut the ham, so my husband decided to just start cutting the sides off of it. And it's beautiful. It's pink and it's flavorful and it smells amazing. And yes, you see our golden doodle sitting there beside my husband while he's slicing up the ham. He is waiting for his puppy tax. He always gets a taste or a sample of whatever meat we're making.
It's delicious. Juicy, no sweet, is top notch.
Crispy skin, moist on the inside.
And you should subscribe to my channel, right?
Absolutely subscribe. You must
Subscribe. That's right. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't tell you how amazing that ham turned out. I'm sorry I couldn't do a good ending to my video. We had so many people in the kitchen the other night that I couldn't do it. It was so noisy and everybody was chatting, and it was such a fantastic night. Everyone loved the ham. Thank you so much to my husband for letting me be in your face and recording it all and for cooking it all. And thank you to Rocky for telling everybody to subscribe, and of course being here to celebrate for Ash's birthday. So, fantastic night. Ham was amazing. It completely disappeared. Love it. So, that is it for today. Remember to hit the like, the subscribe, and that notification bell, and I will see you guys for whatever I decide to make next. Thanks for watching today.